Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I've got Dan allegedly with me, and he is the best at holding the camera. So he's going to hold the camera. We're going to walk around the pool here at Vegas. We're at the CES conference, and it's so cool to run into people like Dan, the economic ninja. Being around like-minded people is one of my most favorite things to do.
Thank you, Chris. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm a huge fan of yours as well.
Well, I'm sure glad, and I'm going to talk about some stuff that Dan has been through recently, because we talk on the phone quite a bit, and it's been really eye-opening to me, Dan, what you had to go through with your girlfriend, Lisa.
Thank you.
And you did right by her. I'm telling you guys, Dan did right by her. When family's not there all the time, you know.
My girlfriend had a cancer recurrence in 2015 and has been fighting stage 4 cancer all that time. And she passed away on Christmas Eve. So that's what Chris is referring to.
Yeah, right. And I assume people know, but I guess they don't. But it really opened my eyes up, because it takes a lot of money to die, to be honest with you. And I've thought through that some, but you know, we think about it a lot because we don't have children to take care of us, me and Stacey. So, you know, it's something that we're all going to get to do one time. We're all going to get to do it. And I learned a lot from this guy.
Like I always say, this is a one-lap race, and
That's right.
It's not how you start; it's how you finish.
That's exactly right.
But yeah, it was eye-opening to say the least, because everybody thinks that your insurance company is going to pay for everything, and that when somebody goes into hospice, that it's all covered, and it's absolutely not. And you know, one thing I did was I hired private nurses for Lisa to maintain her and care for her during this time. And in addition to family and friends that came around and made meals and things like that. So it was definitely, challenging. But I'm telling you guys, I don't know how people do this. I don't know how people die in America broke, because the experience would be awful, to say the least.
Right. And I want to put a card up here of his video that he did after his girlfriend passed. It was a really good video.
Yeah.
But do you have any advice for people that might be going through this?
Guys, right now, let's back up one step to cancer treatment. One thing that's crazy about this is that, Lisa, cancer, she had breast cancer, 2009, she had surgeries, chemotherapy, and she was considered cancer-free. And then in 2015, the cancer came back with an absolute vengeance in her head, her liver, her lungs, and her back. And we had no idea how sick she was. And she did gamma knife brain surgery. She had full brain radiation 2 years later. She had a port installed into her head for chemotherapy. Crazy, guys. Absolutely off the chart things that she had to do. But it was all about survival. It was all about living the best possible life that she could. And the thing about this that a lot of people don't know about Lisa is that Lisa owned a business. Lisa taught people to pass the bar exam. Lisa was a law professor that was not going to let this limit her. She wasn't going to have any debilitation. It was going to be, she was going to live her life and be as happy as possible. We talked to all the doctors, all the experts, and they said that's the best thing somebody can do, is they can do what they want to do and keep happy, whether it's painting, singing, working their business, their craft, cooking, whatever. Have some happiness. And I know people that are not sick that don't live that way. So, think about this, guys. What kind of person are you? Are you a person that people want to be with? Are you the best player on the team? Because, I use a lot of baseball analogies. And the one thing I always talk about is, you're only as good as your weakest player. And if you're the weakest player in your life, if you're the weakest player on your team, that's debilitating, guys. That's bad for everybody. And, knowledge, I always tell people, the best people are the people that are always searching to learn things, whether it's financial, education, I've talked about this lately on my channel, is that, about 5 years ago, I've said, I'm going to go to YouTube and I'm going to try to learn to cook and do different things. And I taught myself all this stuff that I never knew, but it was from watching videos, guys, and learning trial and error. It was amazing.
Actually teaching people how to weld on my welding job.
Right. How cool is that?
You can learn look, college is a hoax, man.
Oh, college is a joke, guys.
You can take the best professor and he can teach 1 million people for free.
Think about this, guys.
It's the truth.
I had, I there was a point in time when I helped Lisa and worked directly in her business when she was real sick. And the one thing I would get a kick out of is what people spent to go to law school. Okay. And there were people that would tell me how, I went to Harvard, I'm so brilliant, but I can't pass the bar exam. He would continually fail the bar exam. And then there was a guy that failed the bar exam once, but he went to an online law school and spent $5,200. And that guy's practicing right now in California.
Wow.
Okay. So crazy, guys. So, it's not all about being in debt. That guy has a law license and is running a business. I don't know what he does, but that's crazy, guys. You don't have to be $340,000 in debt. And that's the other thing is I had a woman write me about 7 months ago telling me how angry she was because her fiance said, listen, I shouldn't marry you. You and I shouldn't get married because you have over 300 grand in student loan debt and we're never going to get out of this if we get married. And she was fierce. Tell my boyfriend that that's not the case. And she had a job as a social worker. So guys, I'm telling you, I don't know how you get that much and become a social worker. California, I looked it up, the highest social worker paid 70 grand. And you had to be the grand poobah of social workers.
That's not much in California. Let me go back to, you were talking about knowledge.
Yeah.
Learning, and a lot of people are trying to figure out what to do, because I talk about this a lot. Right now, it's really important that you make as much money as possible. That's the way I believe. And then you can turn that into real money if you choose to, and kind of be ready for the collapse, because we're heading into it. I mean, there's some, for some reason, people don't know what a recession is. Our own government doesn't. They're moving the goalpost of the recession.
They just changed the name of it, guys. Chris and I were just laughing about this. Plausible recession. What is that, guy? It's a growth recession.
That's Jerome Powell doublespeak.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
the best at it. But let me finish on knowledge. So if you go to YouTube, so I learned how to do rental property numbers. I learned how to run the properties numbers on rental properties on YouTube. It was easy. It's like, why wasn't this a class in school? But what I did that a lot of people don't do is turn that into something, act on that information that you learn. Because it's easy to read books and do nothing. It's easy to go through the book Rich Dad Poor Dad and do nothing. Keep using your credit card and keep doing those things. Try to make those hard choices, and easy choices, hard life. That pretty much sums it up.
Well, guys, you spent 20 years getting fat. You know what I mean? And Chris gave me goals. Okay, Chris helped me lose weight. Chris got me on a diet plan, a fitness plan, and it's really worked. And it's there at the beginning. It was very difficult. It's very easy now to do this, and it's just a lifestyle change. And I got a few years on Chris, but it's really helped me. It's helped me with sleeping. It's helped me with my energy levels throughout the day. It's everything. And again, it's fascinating me to learn more about fitness and to take care of yourself. And it's not expensive. It's not joining some gym and spending $1,000 a month. It's not craziness, guys. It's not a personal trainer. It's his advice to do that. And again, like-minded professionals, be around people that are successful. And I'm telling you, there's around the country, you have people think that they're on an island and that their problems are unique to the rest of the country and the rest of the world, and they are not. People are having a difficult time. You need to get rid of things you don't need. You need to sell stuff. Right now, people still have money right now. And the one thing I really believe is selling all the stuff. And we were keeping track on my channel of people that would write in and say, hey, I sold $1,800 worth. I sold $3,000. I sold $3,800 worth. There's a couple out of Hungary that in the monetary change, they sold $8,400 worth of stuff out of their garage. Golf clubs, tools, things they didn't need. And it's stuff that they didn't need, but they were like, wow, we have equivalent of $8,400 in American money. And that no one's touched that yet. So, work on this. Wealth is not the stack of money, guys. Wealth is peace of mind right now.
I would never measure wealth with money. It's not the way I roll.
Think about this, Chris. We got to travel, and it wasn't, we've been looking forward to this trip and talking about this trip, but this wasn't like, oh my God, can we afford this? Can we do this? And we have this whole thing planned out, and this week is planned out to work, interview all these people, meet all these people, and it's just part of the business. It's so great,
Yeah. Have you heard about the latest fasting for silver?
No. What's that?
All right, check this out. For guys that hasn't heard about it, I'm sure some of you have. But think about this. What if you intermittent fasted till lunchtime every day for a month? Okay. What's going to happen?
Well, I lost weight doing that.
Okay. You're also going to save money because you're not going to eat breakfast. You're not going to get all the crap, the snacks at break time, and you're going to pack your lunch, whatever, you can probably save 20, $25, right?
Oh,
On breakfast and snacks if you don't eat any calories at all.
Yeah,
you
that's
can turn
great.
that into one piece of silver, one round of silver, and you can put that in your pocket, and you'll have 30 ounces of silver at the end of the month.
Oh, that's
the
really
upside?
good.
You'll have a smaller gut, and you'll have a pocket full of silver.
Guys, I'm telling you,
there is no downside.
It helped me sleep better.
Is there no downside?
Helped with anxiety. I'm still a serial killer in California, but other than that, it's good.
Now, look, we're not health professionals. I'm not your doctor or your mom or anything like that. So, do your own research. If you're diabetic, it might not work for you. But it very well could work. It worked for Dan. It worked for me. It works for just about everybody. So give that a shot. Dan, I appreciate you coming on.
Oh, thanks, man. I love it. I love it. And guys, take a look at the channel, I Allegedly. And, guys, just look at yourself. Look at your friends. Look at people around you. Be around people that really want to succeed. And I'm a big believer, guys. And it's not about how much money you want to do, but knowledge. Knowledge is the king. Knowledge is the key to making, a happy life and moving things forward. And get together with like-minded people. And you want to do something different, don't go to the gym. Go to things like Meetup and, connect with people that want to go to the movies. Connect with people that want to invest. Connect with people that want to go, work out, run. Do that, because there's a lot of those groups on Meetup are absolutely free to join. So, we grew, my Meetup groups for the medical space. I run medical conferences here in California, and we had hundreds of people on there. But I always tell people, you want to meet people, go to those groups. And you'll be surprised how many people feel the way you do, whether it's fly fishing, whether it's security, whether it's saving money, silver groups. You'll be surprised there's people out there.
If it's like the things we go to, like your thing we went to in California,
Yeah.
or one of our meetups, when you bump into somebody, they're going to think like you do. You're immediately not going to be alone in the world, because a lot of us feel alone. People that know what's going on, they see what's going on, they see everything happening. It's like, I make videos like, hey, this isn't transitory inflation. You don't have to be a rocket scientist.
Plausible inflation.
Yeah, it's like,
one
it's a
thing
joke.
that Chris really opened his eyes to was when I hit 250,000 subscribers, I had a party and I wanted to do something different for people. So we rented a movie theater out, showed a movie, had a party, fed everybody, drinks. It was great. But Chris was surrounded in a room full of people that feel the exact same way that he does, and people that now following his channel. And you guys should do the same thing. You're not alone in this. But nothing is easy. People that get rich overnight don't keep the money. It takes time to get healthy. It takes time to build your finances. And thank you so much about Lisa and everything that you shared with me. I really appreciate that.
I wanted to mention that, because you got to give credit where credit's due. And I think you really did right by her.
Thank you very much.
By the way, you don't get rich overnight, and you don't lose weight overnight either.
Right.
Nothing happens fast.
Right.
It's kind of a,
the older you get, guys, the metabolism, how it slows down and everything. But there's things that it's so easy to eat wrong. It's so easy to, I have a meeting, I got to meet with these people. I'm telling you guys, I would drink black coffee with all these people, and at first they were laughing at it, and they're like, hey, your face looks thinner. Hey, your suit jacket looks better. I mean, it was noticeable. It was very cool.
Yeah, it really does work. So, guys, have an awesome day. Thanks, Dan, for coming on. And go check out I Allegedly.
Thank you very much. Happy New Year, everybody, and make it the best year of your life.
We're going to crush it. Later.